Shalom, sweet people. I am Maker Strong. My Maker makes me strong. And I came to you guys with another installment of Celibacy is Easy slash I want to talk to you guys about the February drawing that I'm going to try to do for my subscribers. So the reason I am kind of disheveled right now is because I just went through two iterations of trying to put on this video, right? Because I thought it would be interesting for you guys to see that there's some real going around where this woman is she's a highly melanated woman, and she's kind of ranting about basically how women are um of a certain age are washed up, and we're convincing younger women that they don't need men and this, that, and the third. And I kind of weighed in on the argument. I'm not going to do it all over again because I just did it. It was like, maybe there's a reason, we all know that we are spirit before everything else, right? We are spirit and we are energy. So I think there's a reason that that didn't go well, like that I couldn't get it out. Um, but the one thing the takeaway is that your healing has to come from within first. If you are doing anything because you're worried about a man having the option to bang somebody younger, fitter, or more willing, then you're doing the wrong thing. Your frequency is all jacked up. You should be healing, period. And you shouldn't even want to share your body, your space, or anything with somebody when you are still working on yourself, feeling good about you. Your validation cannot come from outside of yourself because that other person, especially if it's an old man, if it's some old man, what if he goes into the hospital and he can't be there to validate you? Then what are you going to do? What if he is, whatever? I don't want to say, I'm just the thing was a big rant, right? And I guess you guys might have seen it. It's on TikTok, and I think it was like Stanley 202. Stanley B 202 is his TikTok handle. I think that's the one. But it sounded like it was scripted. Um, Another thing about that is a lot of times you'll get these scripts that, like, the gold digger one, for example, where you'll find this guy who has this rented car a lot of times. It's like maybe a Lamborghini or something like that. And then he will walk outside of the car and approach a woman who's very scantily dressed, and then try to get her number or something like that. And then she will diss him, right? She will be like, oh no, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't, whatever. And then he'll go to his car, and then she'll follow him, and then she'll be willing to dance for him or whatever to get in the car with him. But then you'll see another video similar to that, and it's the same two people, same woman, same man, and the same type of script. Or you'll see the same woman in another guy's video that's like that. So, it's scripted, and I guess it's just to start the conversation. Like, wow, that's really messed up. If a woman would do that, that's showing that she's a gold digger. But it's like, if it's really happening that frequently, then you shouldn't have to act it out. You shouldn't have to pay somebody to do that so that you can start the conversation about it. So to me, it's like, why would we even get upset or passionate or anything about a scripted situation? That's like people who argue over movies. To me, it's really weird. It's like they will argue about Harry Potter, and it's like, it's Harry Potter. It's like, not real. Like, but people would kill you over Star Wars stuff, and it's like, dang. So, but in this sense, like at least with Star Wars, Harry Potter, it's fiction, but this stuff they try to pass it off as truth, but it's not. And then like if you are not aware that this is all scripted, you will start to say, well, see, that's why women are like this. And it's all a narrative and it's all just BS. And I just want you guys to think about the fact that we've got wars going on. We've got powers that be that are manipulating and continuing to oppress the people. We've got people being placed in positions that we don't even get to vote on, and people who are making decisions for us that we never voted for, and they're pulling the strings behind the scenes, right? We've got flooding happening, fires in places, we've got earthquakes, we've got missing children by the droves. A lot of stuff is happening that's a whole lot more important than whether this old man has the option to bang a younger woman because she's fitter, finer, and more willing. Okay? And the real point is your person is going to accept you whether you can cook or clean or anything. Because I know plenty of men who are with women who can't cook. I know plenty of women who are with men who don't know how to work on a car. Got it? So we're not all in these animatronic stations where men are supposed to do this and women are supposed to do that, because there are men who cook great and there are women who don't. There are men who are really good at cleaning and there are women who are not. There are also women who are very good at carpentry and mechanics, and there are men who are not. There are men that I know that don't even know how to change a tire. Okay? I know men who don't even know how to put a tie on. And I mean, it doesn't say that they are worthless individuals. It's just that they've never had to do those certain things. And then like some men, they just don't they wear clip-ons, or they don't wear a tie at all. It's just not a part of their attire. So they never bother to learn. Either way, we're all human and we all need to be happy. When we look in the mirror, we need to be happy with who we are. And if we're happy with who we are and we're, you know, able to give what we are to another situation, then the other person will accept it. We don't have to worry about them validating us from the outside. And so, well, you know what? Everything's good, but if only you could cook. Well, everything's good, but if only you like to vacuum. What kind of mess is that? What kind of mess is that? And just to say, well, I'm going to do that because a man, no matter how old he is, has options. We all have options. We all have options. Because as long as there's a man in this world who has a working penis, he will have sex with anything. I'm I better stop. I better stop. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. But I know a lot of y'all know I'm telling the truth, right? That not every guy, okay, but a lot of guys, they really don't have those kind of things where they will only bang somebody because they're fitter and whatever. As long as she's willing, and sometimes even if she's not, Epstein's Island, um, they will do it. And a woman, I've seen women 600 pounds have a dedicated lover. You know what I mean? I've seen old women have a dedicated lover. Yeah, have young men have a young, virile. Because there's something that they get from that, right? Whatever it is. You people are attracted to what they're attracted to. And people have soul connections that's deeper than just the physical anyway. Because if you have a soul connection with somebody, it's like it's magical almost. It's like you can't explain it, but it's there. It's like I have this connection with this person, and maybe the outside world, they would never understand it. They would never get it. But you get it and they get it, and that's all that matters. So if you are really still in your mind, you're worried about what other people think, or you're worried about what other people are going to do. Why? Why? Grow up. Grow up. You know what I mean? We should be ascending. We should be growing up. We should be making decisions that make us the best version of ourselves, whatever that looks like. And it's going to look different for everybody. We're not going to be attractive to everybody, but we should be attracted to that one person. And most importantly, we need to be attractive to ourselves. We need to live in our real, valid truth. And I shouldn't have to be somebody else for somebody outside of me to accept me. That's what I'm saying about you guys. Be who you are, because the right person will value it. Now, speaking of value, speaking of money, all right, I have these giveaways that I want to do in February. I want to do it then because that's my birthday month. And so, um, what I want to do is make sure that all of my subscribers are present and accounted for. And so, what that's going to look like is you have to have your subscription needs to be public. That's what it is. Some of my subscribers are subscribed, but they're not they're not showing up on the subscriber list. And that's because they don't have a public profile. So what I'm asking you guys to do is make it public so that I can put your email address in the raffle, because I'm going to do the raffle right online. You're going to see me put the names in. You're going to see me draw the name out. There's not going to be any fancy footwork, because y'all know I don't even know how to edit these videos. So um, in order to do, let me tell you one more thing. So I'm also going to do Visa gift cards. So if you don't have access to Payoneer or PayPal, I will purchase the gift card, and if you win, I will just give you all the information off the card so that you can use it on whatever you can use, however you can use a Visa. So that's in case you're not in a country where you can accept PayPal payments or Payoneer. So just to make it for everybody. I think Visa is accepted everywhere in the world. So anyway, I think that's all I want you guys to do. So and then let me make this clear. Your email address will not be publicized. So when you put in the community page a name, like let's say Giraffe Lady. You're Giraffe Lady. But I know who Giraffe Lady is, right? Because you're going to email me and say, this email that's subscribed to me belongs to Giraffe Lady, if that makes sense. So I will put my email address in the description below, but I want you to put it on the community page because that's where I'm going to be putting the results of all of the raffles, the giveaways. So all of that will be there. And if you are a subscriber and you did not win, you'll be put in the next one. So it's not like a one-off thing. Now, if you won, you cannot win again for 6 more months. Okay, just to keep it fair. And then, like I said, I'll have something for somebody brand new. And if somebody is brand new and they were turned on by somebody who was already a subscriber, then there'll be something, I'll do a drawing for the person who referred that person. Hope that makes sense. It's late, y'all. I did those two videos and I was like, man, I'm not doing that one again. So like I said, some of that stuff is scripted. Don't let people gaslight you, guys. All right? Your wholeness and your mental health is more important than somebody's street corner logic that doesn't even line up to true mental health. Okay? True health for you is going to be anything that makes you the best version of you. All right? Shalom.